They told you confidence comes from how you look, from the car you drive, from the kind of clothes you wear. But here's the truth, all of that can disappear overnight. And when it does, you're left with nothing but yourself. The Stoics understood something most people still miss today: real confidence has nothing to do with what the world gives you, and everything to do with what the world can't take away. If you've ever struggled with self-doubt, fear of rejection, or the nagging feeling that you're not enough, this video will change the way you see yourself forever. Confidence isn't about pretending to be fearless. It isn't about walking into a room and forcing people to notice you. Confidence, true, unshakable confidence, is about self-mastery. It's about knowing who you are, living by your values, and refusing to be controlled by fear, shame, or comparison. The ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca lived in times far harsher than ours. Wars, plagues, betrayal, exile, and death were daily realities. Yet they cultivated an inner strength so powerful that nothing could break them. Today, their wisdom is more relevant than ever, because in a world drowning in noise, insecurity, and fake bravado, Stoicism offers a path to quiet, unshakable confidence. So let's dive into the 10 Stoic lessons that will help you build confidence so deep, it doesn't shake no matter what life throws your way. Lesson 1, confidence comes from controlling the controllables. The first Stoic lesson is simple, yet life-changing: you gain confidence the moment you stop obsessing over things outside your control. Think about it. Most of our anxiety and lack of confidence comes from worrying about things we can't change. What people think of us, whether they'll accept or reject us, how the future will turn out. Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control and others not." Your appearance, your status, your circumstances, these can all change. But your thoughts, your choices, your attitude, those are always yours. Imagine walking into a room. Instead of thinking, "Will they like me? Will they notice me?" you focus on what's in your control. Carrying yourself with calmness. Speaking with honesty. Listening with attention. That shift alone transforms how people see you, because when you stop chasing validation, you project self-assurance. And paradoxically, people are drawn to you more. Confidence is not about controlling the world, it's about mastering yourself. Lesson 2, confidence is action, not words. Stoics were people of action. They didn't brag about what they could do, they showed it through consistent discipline. Many people today confuse confidence with talking big, saying they'll achieve this or that, showing off what they have, projecting an image instead of living the reality. But Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Real confidence doesn't announce itself. It reveals itself in action. Think about the quiet man who keeps showing up at the gym, day after day. The woman who consistently does her work well without making noise. They don't need to talk big. Their results speak for them. The lesson is simple: stop trying to prove yourself with words. Prove it through your actions. Lesson 3, detach from the opinions of others. This is where most people lose their confidence. They build their entire self-worth on what others think. But the Stoics remind us, other people's opinions are not within our control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but we care more about their opinions than our own." Ask yourself, how many times have you avoided doing what you wanted, out of fear of what people might say? The truth is, people are too busy thinking about their own lives to focus on yours. And even when they do, their judgment says more about them than it does about you. The moment you detach from needing everyone's approval, you will feel an instant surge of confidence. Because confidence isn't about being liked, it's about being true to yourself. Lesson 4, discomfort builds strength. Most people run from discomfort. But the Stoics taught the opposite: lean into it. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Confidence doesn't grow in comfort zones. It grows when you challenge yourself. Speaking up when you're afraid. saying no when it's unpopular, doing the thing you fear most. Every time you endure discomfort, you prove to yourself that you can handle life. And that builds a deep, unshakable confidence. Think about it, the person who avoids pain at all costs will always live in fear, but the person who has endured pain knows they can survive, and that knowledge makes them fearless. So stop running from discomfort. Walk straight into it. That's where your confidence is waiting. Lesson 5, practice voluntary hardship. The Stoics had a strange but powerful practice. They would deliberately make their lives harder from time to time. They would sleep on the floor instead of a bed, eat simple food instead of feasts, wear rough clothes instead of fine garments. Why? To remind themselves that they could survive without luxury. Seneca said, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, is this the condition that I feared?" This practice kills fear at the root. Because most of our insecurity comes from the fear of losing comfort, status, or wealth. But once you've experienced life without them, and realized you're still fine, confidence naturally rises. You become untouchable when you realize you can live with less. Lesson 6, align with your values. Confidence comes from living in alignment with your values, not in chasing external approval. Think about it, how confident can you really feel if you're living a double life, acting one way in public, another in private? The Stoics taught that true strength comes from integrity. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." That means, stop bending your values just to please others. Stop compromising your principles for temporary gain. The man or woman who is consistent in values, even when mocked, radiates a confidence that no one can break. Because confidence is simply this, the peace of living in truth. Lesson 7, master your emotions. Confidence collapses when emotions take control. Think about it. How many times have people lost respect because they couldn't control their anger? How many relationships were ruined because someone couldn't manage jealousy or insecurity? Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The Stoic isn't emotionless, they feel everything. But they don't let emotions dictate their behavior. When you master your emotions, you project calm, strength, and authority. That's the kind of confidence people can feel the moment you walk into a room. Lesson 8, memento mori, remember you will die. This may sound dark, but it's the ultimate confidence builder. Marcus Aurelius reflected daily on death. Not to be morbid, but to remember, life is short, and fear is a waste of time. Most people hesitate because they think they have forever. They procrastinate. They play small. But when you remember that you could die tomorrow, suddenly rejection doesn't scare you. Failure doesn't paralyze you. Because in the face of death, all fear shrinks. And what grows in its place? Courage. When you live with death in mind, you walk with confidence, because you know the only real mistake is not living fully. Lesson 9, focus on service, not ego. Here's a paradox, the more self-centered you are, the less confident you feel. Why? Because when everything is about you, your image, your success, your reputation, you live in constant fear of losing it. The Stoics remind us, shift the focus outward. Ask, how can I serve? How can I help? How can I contribute? Confidence grows naturally when you stop obsessing about yourself and focus on being useful to others. Because when you give, when you serve, when you make an impact, you don't need external validation. You know your worth by the value you create. Lesson 10, confidence is a daily practice. Finally, the Stoics remind us that confidence isn't a one-time achievement. It's a practice. Just as you train the body through daily exercise, you must train the mind through daily Stoic habits. Morning reflection. Evening journaling. Practicing gratitude. Facing small discomforts. Choosing action over fear. Marcus Aurelius didn't wake up confident every day. He had doubts. He had fears. But through practice, he built a steady inner strength. And so can you. Confidence is not a destination, it's a daily discipline. Conclusion: confidence isn't loud. It isn't about impressing others. Confidence is quiet. It's calm. It's steady. It comes from self-mastery. From aligning with your values. From living with courage in the face of fear. The Stoics knew this. And now, so do you. So the next time you doubt yourself, remember, real confidence isn't something the world gives you. It's something you build, every day, from the inside out. Now, I want you to reflect, which of these Stoic lessons do you need most right now? Is it detaching from opinions? Facing discomfort? Or remembering death? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, don't just leave inspired, take action. Subscribe to this channel, share it with a friend, and join us in the pursuit of Stoic wisdom. Because confidence isn't built in a day. But together, step by step, we'll build it for life.